What's good, everybody?
Oh my god, hold on. Zain is singing it in today, folks.
It's a new day.
It's a new day. Brand new day, the album by Sting. I don't even think
That's probably not even.
I think that's a... I think it was a...
It's like borderline a Disney song.
It very well could be a Disney song,
Brand
but
New
I'm pretty
World.
sure that was the
Whole New
album
World.
with... What?
Whole New World.
Whole New World, yeah. That's where the confusion is. What's up, everybody? Seena here along with the sexy, illustrious Zain Ali.
That's right.
We've had a very, very busy week filled with activities. And Zain, first of all, for those who don't know, Zain does stand-up.
I do, from time to time.
Zain had a competition. He tore the shit down. I didn't see it because I was busy, but I came back and I voted for him, which really kind of...
Zeno was having one of the greatest nights of his life.
Yeah, it was incredible. No, but Zain, so...
It was good. Yeah, I performed stand-up. It was a competition of amateurs only.
Yeah.
So it was like you had to be doing it for less than 2 years. And I was like, all right, I might as well like try it. I emailed them. They sent me back. They're like, yeah, you made it. And it was good. I got lucky. It was voter-based, so I had a lot of people to come through. Hopefully, I would have like probably made it anyways, but it was like a safe bet, right?
100% would have, yeah.
It was. I got first place just because like everyone voted for me.
Yeah,
it was a nice feeling.
How did you hear about the competition?
On Facebook. Because like I've started, and like I've started following more comedians. They followed me and stuff.
Okay.
So just I've seen them posting things like that, and I actually sent it too late. Like I was a day late on it.
Yeah.
So I emailed them. I'm like, yo, I know I'm a day late, but it'd be awesome if like you guys had space. And luckily they put me in.
Okay, sweet. So everything kind of worked out.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. Now round 2 is happening soon. Whoever's listening to this, message me if you're interested. Come through, support.
100. So it'll be at the Underground Social Cafe.
Yeah. First of all, this is gonna be confusing. It's at the Underground Comedy Cafe.
Yeah.
Which is 670 Queen Street East. Apparently,
there's an Underground Cafe on Queen West.
Yeah, but not just on Queen West. It's 670 Queen Street West.
Are you kidding?
It's the exact same address.
I was so confused because
everyone was, man.
So I went on Google and then it was because I knew it was Queen Street East,
Yeah.
and then it was like, wait, like Queen Street West. I'm like, this isn't it. I know it was, and then like I searched the address on Google. It's like unlisted, like whatever.
Yeah,
it's pretty much just
it's
whole
called like Harlem Cafe or something like that.
Oh, so that's what the Harlem Cafe.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. It's supposed to be a nice place.
Yeah.
So I was telling everybody 670 Queen Street, assuming there was only one Underground Cafe.
No,
but, someone actually, my friend Kieran, he actually went to the other one.
Oh,
he ended up showing up later, so he still voted for me, but he missed the show, which well, my
we got it on video.
I got there early. Yeah, we got it on video. I haven't put it up yet, but I'll show a couple.
But I haven't seen it yet. I would obviously like to see. Zain, what is it about stand-up that just drives you to do it? Like, what's your motive? A lot of people, people don't like public speaking.
Yeah,
right?
it's public speaking is tough. I've always been like kind of good at it, not great.
Yeah, and
so stand-up gives me a chance to like. You go up there with something to say. You know what I mean? That's the best feeling.
Is something you want to say.
To let people know, or you think you have a good take on something that not a lot of people talk about. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, like I'll go up, say a joke, and then a couple guys after me will mention the same topic, and I can tell them like, oh, they're just going for the easy, like the low-hanging fruit with it. You know what I mean? And then I can tell them like, okay, I'm doing it a little differently than these guys are. And a big thing like with me is. That first laugh is so important.
It is, yeah.
You get that first laugh and you get so comfortable.
Exactly,
it's like you're hanging with your friends again. You're like, all right.
A lot of the times people are in situations where they have to speak publicly. It's usually like a classroom presentation for work, something work-related.
Even job interview, right?
Job interview.
It's some form of public speaking almost.
Speaking to somebody you don't know, trying with a goal in mind. You want to try and not so much impress them, but like leave it lasting impression, right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, like you're all in your head. You're tripping over your words. You're speaking too fast and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, when you're doing stand up, that comes with it. But once you get that first laugh, you're just like you can just rock it, right? Like
you get comfortable.
Exactly.
And like you do stand up as well, and we're both lucky in one respect, which is that. We have a lot of support from our friends for the time being. Like we haven't been doing it for a long time, so maybe that'll deplete soon. But once they've heard the same joke 8 times, maybe they'll stop coming. But for now, like we have a good advantage where when we get to these shows, there's at least a group of like 6+ that's there laughing at our jokes, which is good. Like, and that's like guaranteed laughs. And then the couple other ones that laugh with it, it makes it sound like a lot of people like our shit.
Exactly,
which makes us way more. I think for both of us, when we perform. We look way more comfortable than we should be for for how I guess early.
I agree.
It is. You know what I mean? In our whatever stand up endeavors.
Yeah,
but
can't call it a career just yet, folks.
Yeah, exactly. There's no best of Zain and Zain yet. Not yet.
It's like, so obviously our friends support us because they think we're funny, and we're kind of really confident in the fact that we know we're funny. Right?
Yeah,
like our whole lives we've been like we have the wit, we have the timing, and now we're just showing people what we can do, which is a little bit scary at first because
weird as fuck.
Yeah, it really is, because you're telling jokes you would normally tell your friends to a group of people that don't know who you are, right? And it's really weird because, as you mentioned before, when you're going up on stage and if you're in the audience and you hear other people laugh, it encourages you to laugh too, right? I just feel like that like kind of inflates 100%. It a bit. It makes it seem like,
oh, people want to laugh accept this joke.
Exactly. Almost, so like it's okay to kind of laugh at it. I know like your material isn't as, I don't want to say edgy, but like mine, like we have different styles of what I perform. Yeah, I poke at the cultural things, the ethnic
people
things.
That can take yours the wrong way.
Exactly.
Mine is more, not all self-deprecating, but it's one of those things where like I'm barely ever insulting people directly. You're more going just for the straight shots. I'm holding those back for when I'm more comfortable.
Yeah. When Zane's balls grow.
Just wait till the anti-Semitism starts, and then it's over.
There goes your career.
Exactly.
Like people, it's no surprise that people just are looking to get offended, right? Like we can see that. Yeah. I really don't.
2017. You want to know a good example, actually? I don't know if you were going to bring this up anyways, but there was this thing that just got viral lately about this guy, and I don't even know whether I agree or disagree, and this is how I know we're living in a fucked up society right now, because there was this guy who posted a picture of him with his girl, and his wife, I think it was, and his wife is like curvy, like a bigger person, a bigger girl, and it was a big post about like how... he loves his wife's shape, and he wouldn't he wouldn't want a skinny girl over her. He's happy that she's not skinny, and like how I guess he was kind of gassing himself, being like, I'm such a good guy for liking curvy girls. But at the same time, it was more so a post just about like how women should like who they are, because there are guys out there that will love them for it.
Yeah, 100%.
And man, people got so mad at this guy. They're like, oh, like, men have to pat themselves on the back for liking a woman just because she's like not skinny. And it's like, are you kidding me? He's just trying to help people out, like bring more people to, you know, think about that opinion.
Exactly.
It's all good intention.
It is like you're like
it's his wife or whatever, fiance. It's not like it's just a random girl.
Exactly. This is his wife. Yeah, he's going to live with and for the rest of his life, hopefully. And he's sometimes when you're in a relationship and your partner or whatever is like bigger or like whatever, like these are things that people will say, but he's not owning up to it. He's like, he's showing that, you know what, like fuck
he's
you.
Trying to spread a positive message. I think there was almost nothing negative with what he was saying, but somehow people still misconstrued it to be some guy treating a woman wrong. And I was like, how? This is like textbook example of trying to be a good guy about it. And maybe he, you know, got a little bit too much, like it's all about me a little bit, but it's like,
come on, man.
There's some guys that are just not socially inept like that, and you can't blame him for that.
If you flip the script a bit and talk about a woman who, like, are you going to go for the obese guy?
And not just that, but let's switch it up. Like, if there was a girl that was talking about how much she loves her husband, even though like he hasn't seen success and he's broke and shit like that, you'd be like, what a great woman.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Almost everybody would be like standing by her man. No one would be like, oh, so poor guys can't get loving anyways? No, exactly. You know what I mean?
So people, like, whenever it involves weight and women and body image, it's like you're on thin ice there. With no pun intended. No pun intended.
Yeah, let's hope you're not actually on thin ice if you're a bigger woman, all right?
I think
because that's dangerous.
It's so funny you mentioned that, because I'm her. Okay. Not I'm her. I'm sure you've heard about what's going on with Usher, right? Apparently Usher has been accused. This is all stuff I saw on Instagram. I didn't read into it.
Accusation or just
accusation?
An STD?
Apparently, this lady this 21-year-old girl is accusing Usher of giving her herpes.
Yeah.
And it's like apparently he had sex with her and like he brought her on stage and like kind of like serenaded her or like danced with her a bit, and like I saw on Instagram he called it like a quote like an ego boost, right? To show show the bigger girl some love, right? And like he's trying to do something positive too. Yeah. Flip the script completely.
What happened?
She accused him of giving her herpes. I'm not sure if he has herpes.
Oh, is that where that started?
So that's apparently
there was a concert and
think about the context here. Like, did he whisper in the girl's ear like meet me in my dressing room after? Like, no, probably not. Like,
Scar, he's like, I have herpes. He's like, what? No. Oh my god!
I don't. I
didn't know that's how it happened. I thought that was just like news that it came out that he had herpes. Like either he.
No. Apparently, there's a picture of the girl on stage with Usher and
she got herpes.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, true.
She allegedly got herpes, but I don't know.
Let Usher. I'm surprised it took this long for him to get an STD because Usher's been having sex with like groupies since the early 2000s at least.
You know, I always gave Usher the benefit of the doubt. I thought he was kind of the nice guy that wouldn't just stick his dick in everything.
You think so?
But then,
he's like a nice
besides
womanizer.
confession,
he's nice. Like a good guy that will cheat on you with no hesitation. You're like, he's still a good guy.
Don't worry, he's gonna write a song about it.
He feels bad about it in song. Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to think of a joke about burn and an STD.
Every single person made that joke. I
couldn't think about it. I was like, gotta let it burn. Like that's what Usher's doctor said or something. I don't know. I couldn't think of it, but like I don't know.
Everyone used that joke.
I deleted that Twitter draft, folks. Burn? Yeah, probably.
Have you ever gone through your Twitter draft and seen like,
honestly,
I'm so
it's
not
graveyard.
funny?
There's like 3 words. I was like, what am I doing? Like, what are you even going for?
Yeah.
Like, you're reaching for something and like you can't fit it in the 140 characters. So you try to shorten what's going on, but it doesn't make sense.
I have a mix of like shit that's too real for people and shit that like is so just like I'm trying to force it being funny. It's so bad. I was like, oh my god.
I would go for the. Would you do the cruel one or the one you're trying to force if you had to pick one?
Like if I was forced to let one draft go?
No, to publish the draft.
Let publish one of those drafts. I'd go for the shitty funny one.
No, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because at this point, I think I can play it off. I'm just trying to be funny, guys. Can't win them all, right? But some of the real ones, it's like, who the fuck cares about my opinion? I'm one of those guys. I sometimes feel like people care, and that's why they're in my drafts. Because then I realize, like, no one gives a shit.
I find that's happening more now, where like you really want to write like a strongly worded tweet about something, and we're trying to give like your 2 cents about something, but at the end of the day, like, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Who cares? Like
you're sitting there, you're like, Dimitri and Seena are gonna retweet this, and that's about it. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm just gonna hit it with a like.
Whatever.
Listen, if you like a tweet, why don't you just retweet it?
I know. It's the biggest tease. It's like,
what are you doing?
You're like, this isn't Facebook, buddy. You know what I mean?
You got to stand by acknowledging the tweet and kind of gilding it by retweeting it. That's how you really support the tweet.
And shout out to those people that like and retweet. That shit makes me feel good about myself, to be honest.
The double notification.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all Ruse does. Ruse 100% is always
the double guy.
Every time he posts a video, 4 seconds later, it's Retro Gamer, like, retweet. I was like, sick. Yeah, spreading the positivity.
Exactly.
Zane, how was your weekend besides doing stand-up? What'd you do? You worked a lot, eh?
I've been busy. I've been doing PlayStation VR stuff. I worked in Pickering, then Yorkdale the week before. It was Pickering this last week. So Saturday was Pickering, and then Sunday was my show. So I did that. Man, it's been good. Like, I wanted to talk about VR actually, man, because like I've been working with it so much, and on top of that, I just read a book called Ready Player One.
Okay.
If you haven't read it,
you read it.
Dope. Yeah. It's a dope sci-fi book about. It's like the future of VR essentially. If it went like if the world was shit and like Google became an evil fucking conglomerate,
which is gonna
happen exactly. So like I was like pretty much just like entrenched in VR shit for like a week straight, and it got me to thinking like, man, like what kind of stuff would excite you that exists in VR or that would come in VR? Because I actually tried. I'm gonna fucking expose myself. Hater, I'm gonna expose him. First thing, not me. It was all Hater. He showed me like VR porn.
That's an obvious application for VR.
Yeah, and it was like I was sitting there like, what the fuck is this? Like, oh my god, like there's like that's gonna take losers to the next level.
That's
man.
Way
They've
too
evolved,
hardcore.
bro. I can't do it exactly. I wouldn't be able to.
Does that increase your stamina? Because like I feel like
dude, you'd be done in 10 seconds if you even tried it. But I'm too scared to try it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I can't do it. No. I wouldn't be able to do it.
You know what I just thought of randomly? This is really random. We'll get back to VR. But you know how people use like cream and stuff to masturbate?
Yeah.
I always thought it was to like lube up your dick or just to make it feel better, but it's to mimic a vagina.
Yeah, I'll go on record saying this. I've maybe once in my life used it just to be like, why the fuck does everyone say to use it? I never. It's fucked up.
Skin and pug. Like,
it's fucked up.
Like,
I'm not trying to trick myself into thinking I'm fucking something.
You know what I mean?
I'm well aware of what I'm doing.
My penis. Yeah,
exactly. I've accepted the pathetic situation that I put in. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to fool myself.
I don't need my dick to be the only soft, spot on my body. But going back to VR, there's obviously a lot of sick applications besides porn for VR, like concerts,
arguable,
TV,
no, definitely.
Concerts,
sports,
exactly. Like being like going behind the scenes for a movie. I think that'd be really, really sweet.
Dope,
like to watch a movie being filmed as a kind of like that fly on the wall kind of thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel like a lot of people are kind of worrying about people, just
getting lost.
Exactly. Yeah. I can see where you can make that argument because like we see what's happening now with people getting addicted to playing online games, all that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like the more that we find that people are secluding themselves and only doing VR, the more people are going to counteract that by encouraging people to go out. I don't even think... Do you think it's going to happen? Like,
and this is why I brought up Ready Player One, because it gives you like a weird like outlook on it where you're like, okay, it's kind of fucked up that these people are... Okay, let me just give you the premise of the of the book in the first place. This guy invents like a VR world almost.
Okay.
And it slowly grows, and it becomes the biggest... it's like a form of internet almost. It's called Oasis. And people start logging in and getting into it. And they wear like mocap suits and shit.
Okay.
And get fully into it. They have their own characters. It's crazy. You can collect stuff. There's this planet of schools. And you can like... you can get like into schools that are in VR. And so it's your character goes to school on VR.
Okay.
And you're like in the student, like in the faculty there. And on top of that, you can just go from planet to planet if you level up a certain amount. Man, and that's the thing is like, and I'm reading this and I was like, man, like at what point, like if the world does go to shit, you know what I mean? Like we fucking take all the oil, the weather's fucked up. Like people are just either incredibly poor or incredibly rich. Maybe that way wouldn't be that bad. It's not reality, definitely. But can you not, like, we've been relying on technology so much up to this point. It seems realistic that we start relying on technology even more after that. You know what I mean?
To kind of like better your situation and make things not as bad.
Well, like instead of inventing teleportation, you invent a game that you live in where teleporting is easy. You see what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So something like that. It's fucked up to think about.
So it's the Matrix, essentially.
Exactly, yeah. But at the same time, that's the thing. It's like, would it be that bad to be like a level 70 mage fucking people up all the time, being a celebrity? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be pretty dope at the same time.
That's the question, though, right? Like if you're in the Matrix, would you rather stay plugged in or would you rather unplug yourself? Like, would you rather face, like, I hate saying this thing, but ignorance is bliss, right?
Exactly.
Would you rather face the music and see how shitty life is, or would you... Yeah, put the thing on.
Or take a chance on reality. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel like kids are going to be going to school, but I feel like university is going to be a VR thing eventually. Like there's going to be a VR university. I hope
they use it for good like that. You know what I mean?
There
like,
has to be.
Facebook VR is that shit I'm not interested in. It's like, why am I answering my phone call while hanging out with my friends in a condo that I don't own? Like it's kind of fucked up.
No.
But something like school would be great because then you can give education to a lot of places that don't have the resources to pay teachers or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Then they got to pay for the infrastructure and all the hardware
and all the suits or whatever, right? The hardware, exactly. You'll get that too with it. But just in general, like just playing with VR and like seeing these people in malls, literally like they take off that fucking headset and it's like they unplugged from the Matrix. They're like, holy shit! They're freaking out. They're like, oh my god.
The best is when people
back to my shitty job.
Yeah, like, oh, this is
exactly. Yeah, it's crazy.
What's really sweet is when people underestimate how intense the experience is. Like I love seeing the dad who's like, kids are there but his kids are too young, and then I'm like, hey, but do you want to try it? And he's like, I don't play games. I'm like, buddy, this is not a game. This is something's an experience. Like, okay, whatever. And he puts it on and then like 2 seconds in he's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. And those are like, you can give them a game that doesn't even require a controller. They'll probably trip out at the menu before it even starts. Like that's how insane it is. Someone once asked me, they're like, "Oh, is this like 3D movies?"
No,
I'm like, absolutely
no,
not.
Absolutely no. This will still give you a headache, but
this is the beginning of a permanent form of technology. You know what I mean? And that's what I told him. Like, it's like bringing like the smartphones in early 2000 where you wouldn't have expected it. I mean, what the fuck is this? And it might seem gimmicky to some, like, oh, you can pinch the screen to minimize it.
Yeah, it would.
But then people start using it for crazy shit, and you're like, wait, this is insane.
It is that transformative. I hope transformative is a word, right?
Yeah, sure.
Transformative.
It is now.
Yeah.
It's a Michael Bay word.
100%.
Yeah.
It's that transformative, but I feel like people are a lot more weary about VR just because of the implications that it has. You know what I mean? Like people aren't. There's something about the visual of covering your eyes with something that's way too it's symbolic of something else,
I
right?
feel you. And like working at the airport, I actually noticed that because like people would be looking and just seeing this like booth of people logged into a headset, just like smiling, doing something, and no one else knows what they're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you could tell some people were weirded out by it. Like, holy shit! Like we're in 2017. This is what's happening. You know what I mean?
And this is only the beginning too. Like VR's just come out over the past couple of years. Like, and now we're starting to see the beefier kind of applications, right? Like we saw it earlier this year with Resident Evil 7, the first fully blown VR game where you're like, holy shit, this is transforming the
You
experience.
shit your pants, both in reality and in the game.
It's insane.
Yeah,
like
it's so scary.
And
Farpoint is another one. Where you feels like you're holding the gun. You look at it and you're like, wait, this is life size. What the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And you can like pull it up to your eye and look through the hit marker, and it's unbelievable. You look all around, it's smooth. The graphics are good. The gun is smooth. There's no glitching, and that is what takes you out of VR games sometimes. Is when it starts glitching.
When there's a hardware kind
it's
of
starting
like,
to become smooth, and it's a little scary, but it's also super cool, man. Like as a guy who's grown up with, like, you know, not embracing, but, you know, looking forward to the new tech and living, like, you know, being up to date with video games and all this kind of shit, being able to see, like, oh my God, like, I'm kind of jealous of kids now because I'm like, yo, like, they're going to get to play, like, Uncharted on fucking VR. Are you kidding me? Yeah, exactly.
You see, it's funny because you see kids, so if you're under 12, you can't play VR, right? Which is insane because you're going to be growing up seeing people play VR, and then when you finally hit, I'm sure you'll do it before when you're younger, but like there's like
at home
the
people will let
anticipation of
kids
finally
do it.
like the anticipation of finally being able to use VR and seeing how much it has kind of advanced from you being a child to now is going to be insane.
It's going to be crazy.
I cannot
The
wait.
funniest would be if like people just wasted the technology. You know what I mean? Like they just start doing VR and just watching TV in VR. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know
Honestly,
what I mean?
that's
and
what's
I could
going to
see
happen.
it happen. Exactly.
That's what's going to happen.
It's like VR fidget spinners. You're
Oh
like,
my
fuck.
God.
I actually have a fidget spinner.
First of all, I saw your Instagram post. I was like, no way, he's spinning a bit.
I didn't buy it. Some kid left it at the booth.
Okay, right,
and so I was like, fuck it, I'll pocket it, fuck around with it. It's the hardest thing of all time. I YouTubed fidget spinner tricks for beginners.
There's tricks for fidget spinners?
I could do 0 of them. It's the hardest. He's like, fidget spinner tricks for beginners. Throw it behind your back, catch it with your other hand.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, I can't even do that with like a normal ball. Are you fucking
tennis ball?
kidding me?
No.
Yeah, I even trying. He was like flipping it from finger to finger. I can't even balance it on my finger.
It's really hard.
Yeah, these kids are fucking either very like what's the word I'm looking for? Like great hand-eye coordination with fidget spinners, or just something we'll never understand. You know what I mean?
I think it's. I was in the mentality where I couldn't understand it because like I was like you. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So like, what's the point of this? But then, Arya.
It is entertaining.
Showed it. He explained it perfectly. He's like, if you're on the phone with something, you fidget with a pen. You spin it on your thing. You're chewing on something. This is something that you just flick and just watch. It's something you just.
Man,
it's
I was sitting at home just fucking around with it. And I'm like, what am I doing?
You can be doing yeah. But then I found myself just picking it up, spinning it, putting it down. I guess
stress reliever almost.
It really is. Yeah, just for a second, just get lost in this stupid little ding dong.
And you gotta like. Like now that I've tried it, I do appreciate the creativity of these like 12-year-old fuckboys that are using the fidget spinner for like tricks and shit. I'm like,
that's pretty sweet.
Like it's pretty cool that they're not just doing it and like throwing it at kids. You know what I mean? Like they're actually trying to learn tricks and shit.
I would hurt if someone.
It's not gonna take you anywhere in life. Yeah, man. They're me even just trying to catch it with the other hand and like missing it and it hits my finger. I'm like, this is a painful experience.
Are they banned in school? They're 100%. I think they are banned in school. They should be banned in school.
Oh, it's hilarious. Imagine.
They have to be banned.
No fidget spinners, kids.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, imagine you're teaching and some stupid kid is just flicking that thing. Like, no, it's very distracting.
You know, speaking of school, you know what I thought of the other day? Because, like, our friend Franco, he's a teacher now, right?
Yeah.
And he
watch
actually...
out, ladies.
Yeah, exactly. or your daughters. Watch out, to be more precise. Yeah, but, like, he told us, like, I was talking with him, and he was saying how he turns off his phone and doesn't even keep it with him in school, but a bunch of his students have phones. And me and you graduated in 2008.
Yeah.
So that's right when the first iPhone came to Canada.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we kind of missed the whole like having smartphones on us. We didn't have that experience. We had Facebook, but not even on our phones.
No, exactly. Yeah,
right.
All we do is just send text.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you can do.
I started thinking, I'm like, yo, school's probably so different with Snapchat and Instagram.
Listen to this. I was talking to Armand's sister. I think she's in grade 11 or grade 12. Yeah. Schools have Wi-Fi. Instagram and Snapchat are banned on
really?
Yeah,
like
they're banned. You can't access them. No.
Shit.
You have to have a laptop. All the assignments are submitted digitally. You have to submit your...
For real?
Yeah. If you don't have a laptop, they'll lend you one. You're not printing anything anymore.
I got a laptop as a gift for going to university. Yeah, and like, you'll need a laptop now.
Yeah, word. Like, exactly. Because we were used to write shit, like type essays and stuff. But then now, like, you have to submit everything electronic, which is good. Because you're not wasting paper, ink, and all that stuff.
And that is how it's going to be. Like, you are... like preparing them for they're not learning cursive like we fucking wasted our time learning. You know what I mean?
It's weird though, because how active can typing something is one thing, but if you're grading something, I can't grade something if it's on a screen, right? I need to print it out and be able to.
Like
you know what I mean? Yeah. How are you gonna write notes on this stuff? It's really weird. I can't.
I don't know. Yeah, because we always hand it in paper.
Yeah,
we'd have to find a way to print it ourselves and hand
exactly.
It in.
Yeah. But then
we wouldn't just digitally send it.
But then, if you're a teacher now, are you gonna have to print them all out yourself?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I didn't ask Franco that far into it.
Ask him.
Yeah, I should. He's like, no, you know what? I just called their moms and date them for a few days.
We need a parent-teacher interview. Leave your husband at home. Zane, are you? You're not gaming lately, are you? Except for VR, you're pretty much tied up.
VR, and I've been running Kingdom Hearts 2, and fucking every time I play it, I sit there like a little kid, like, oh, I fucking love this game, and I play for a few hours, and it's just so good. But I don't play anything else right now.
Okay, word.
How about you?
So I just picked up the Necromancer DLC for Diablo 3. For those who don't know, I was addicted to Diablo 3 on PS4. Every night I play at least 5 or 6 hours of it, and I leveled up 2 characters to levels 8. Now I have a girlfriend, but like a long time ago, I would just waste hours and hours and hours just playing Diablo. I can't play a game for more than 3 hours unless it's multiplayer. I can't do it. Yeah, but with this game, no problem at all. So I picked up the Necromancer DLC. Arya and his buddy power leveled me and Arya to level 70 in half an hour.
Oh shit!
So we powered up to so just to see. First of all, one of the things I love about Diablo is the fact that the animations and the fighting and the moves look insane, right? Like he like conjures like undead armies. He like has like bone spikes. He like
Diablo's
whips on the
art
ground.
Looks amazing too.
They really nailed it, and I'm really digging that so far. Other than that, I've been playing Overwatch here and there, but I read a tweet the other day. Let me know what you think about this. It's people are raving about how 2017 is an incredible year in games, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck did I buy in 2017 besides a DLC for a game that came out in 2012? Nothing. I can't think of anything.
No, I disagree completely with that tweet. I don't think
Horizon
it's been a good year
and then the Switch, so Zelda. That's literally the only thing that I've come out.
And even like E3, and we talked about this on our first podcast. E3 was mostly announcements for games coming out in 2018.
Exactly, yeah.
We weren't even excited for that much.
No.
When's the last time we haven't been excited for more than like 4 games in the fall? You know what I mean?
There's nothing.
There's always like a good amount of games, but there's nothing this year.
There's nothing
honestly.
coming out. I can't.
Assassins and God of War, and that's about it.
God of War's next year.
Is it?
This year?
Okay, well then fucking take that off.
All it is Assassin's Creed, Wolfenstein, Marvel's Capcom,
Wolfenstein,
and.
But see, even those are like arguable. You know what I mean? Like they're not AAA huge games, other than Assassin's Creed, I would say, right? Because then you can count 2K, FIFA, which comes out every year, but those don't count.
No,
right?
They don't.
Usually we would get big games, and people are trying to hype World War II, and I have zero excitement.
Are you not down for
and
the
I
Call
love
of Duty?
Call of Duty.
Do you not? Are you not
still
down?
like it? Not at all, man.
Really?
Like, yeah, man. Like it's gonna be more of the same at this point. I haven't ran an FPS game in a long time. But to me, if I had to pick one that exists right now, it'd be Titanfall.
Yeah.
Like that shit it took Call of Duty and I was like, all right, well, fucking make it better.
It's sad because no one plays Titanfall. Its player base is very small. They
just plug the new video, guys. Titanfall 2 video.
Honestly, guys, if you watch our Nerf gun Titanfall 2 videos. It's my favorite game video we made. It's actually very, very, very good. Shout out to Arya for taking 7 months more than 7 months, 10 months to put it together. But hey, that's another thing in its own.
He won't hear that shout out until another 10 months, so we'll be okay.
100%. But then, like, thinking of all these games, I even went through the list and I Googled something.
What are the best ones you can think of? I can honestly only think of Horizon, and it's a stretch, but I love it, so Crash.
Okay, Crash is a good
We're talking about a game from the 90s as it's fucking best game of 2017. Get the fuck out of here, right?
So there's nothing.
It's just Horizon.
So in August there's just the Uncharted DLC, which is $50. Sick. Go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
There's Matterfall, which is the new game by Housemarque, the guys that made fucking what's that game? Resogun.
Okay, yeah.
That game's coming out. July, nothing.
Nothing, man. Nothing came out, honestly.
Splatoon 2.
Yeah. But, other than Switch, which only has like 4 games.
Yeah, seriously. There's nothing.
Horizon, there really isn't anything.
No.
And I'm telling you, like, 2017 is the warm-up year, man. There's really nothing coming out. It's just a bunch of tech, like, experiments almost. Even Crash is an experiment of whether Crash is relevant or not. And it clearly is relevant. VR is just starting to figure it out in 2017. But all the big games, I think, Skyrim, Fallout, don't those come out in 2018 as well?
So everything from Bethesda's show is coming out this year. So
so those are the only things coming out then.
That's it. No, that's it. Yeah. Next year, hopefully, we're gonna see Red Dead,
dude,
God of War,
Kingdom Hearts,
Spider-Man, Kingdom Hearts 3. That's I think is gonna be a heavy hitting.
Popped a boner just saying it is.
Zane loves Kingdom Hearts. That's
Who doesn't love it?
I haven't played it. Ruse loves it too. Zane, let me borrow it when you're done.
I'll be straight up with you. I have full confidence. It's one of the few things I have confidence in, that anybody that plays it will love it. It's hard not to. It's actually one of the most complete games you'll ever play. If you like games that have detail and like abilities and perks and shit, it's got that. You like games that are like funny, lighthearted, it's got that. You like games that have great fighting mechanics, Kingdom Hearts 2 then adds that. And it's just got everything. Like it's pretty much whatever. Because you're the guy who hates Nintendo. So I like Nintendo, but I'll take shots right now. It's pretty much what everyone gasses Zelda as being. You know what I mean? Like this perfect game, and you just fucking go through this whole life, and Link is the best character, even though he has 0 lines of dialogue. You know what I mean?
No depth, folks.
Exactly. So that's what Kingdom Hearts is, man. And as a kid, it blew my mind, and now as an adult, I'm sitting there like hard fucking getting emotional at the worst things. I'm like, I've never had like Goofy made me feel upset. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell is wrong with me? I'm 27 years old.
Goofy pulled our heartstrings in the Goofy movie. I remember getting really sad during the Goofy movie.
Someone hated on the Goofy movie the other day, and I actually got defensive.
Who?
I forget who I was talking
that
to.
Guy's
someone. Oh, it might have been Rusbe. He was like, I hated Goofy's son.
Cool.
I'm like, listen, bro, how do you hate Goofy's son? He's actually Goofy.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
I remember he was sick. Zane, you've been okay. First of all, before we switch topics, I've known you since 2006.
Yeah.
Right. 11 years. You've been gassing Kingdom Hearts. This whole
every single time it's mentioned, I'm like, yo, everyone's got to play it, and literally nobody has ever played it.
No one plays it.
The only person I knew and I gained so much respect for was Arthur played Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, it's the best game,
too.
and he's a good guy to trust. Well, who's played it now though? He never played it as a kid.
He didn't? No way.
He only played the remasters.
No way.
Yeah, man. Every day he was texting me like, yo, this is crazy. I'm like, I've been saying this for so long. You know, Ishmael's a new one. He'll listen to this because he actually listens to our podcast. Shout out to Ishmael.
Shout out to Ishmael Aspen.
He's been playing it, and like he does PS4 share at like literally the beginning of levels.
What are you doing?
I'm like, you have no idea. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you have no idea what's coming.
Now, Zane, we're going to move this on to questions, okay? Hypothetical questions. Last night, we were really, really baked. I had to record my questions so I didn't forget them. I'm just going to hold them up to the mic and see what it says.
You have multiple questions?
Yeah, I have two.
Okay.
So, number 1. Play. How do you play this?
Hey, Amanda, I can't chill. Like, whoa, wrong message.
Open. There we go.
Podcast topic. Cruise trips trip me the fuck out.
Okay. Okay. Can we just talk about cruise ships for a second?
Cruise trips?
Cruise ships. Like actual ships.
Yeah.
The engineering and the scale of this whole ship. There's like 70 floors in a cruise ship, thousands of people. There's shopping malls and a boat in the middle of the ocean. What's going on?
It's the weirdest
I
thing
don't
to me too.
like the engineering and like building it, drawing it, putting it together, sourcing the materials to build the parts for the ship, and then putting it together, and then pushing it to the sea. What are you doing? I don't understand. I don't know.
It's the perfect mix of like everything mankind can do and everything that's wrong with mankind. You know what I mean? Because it's so amazing, and they're doing nothing with it. You're like, oh, so you guys did all this extravagant shit to just fucking loafed in the water instead of the land?
That's what I'm saying. That's all you did. That's Bill Burr said it the best. In his latest special, he was like, this is the lowest common denominator.
He said we should kill all the people on cruise ships, eh?
Because you're just like drinking and chilling on a boat in the middle of the thing, and then you want to go shop. You can just do that at home. What does it matter if you're on the thing? I don't know. I don't get cruise ships.
That's the thing, is like, it's not even like, whoa, the view's beautiful. Because after a fucking week of looking at just water,
you're like,
how beautiful is the view, man?
Done with,
exactly.
What view?
It's just water. That's it. You're not going to see dolphins. People are lying to you. You're not going to see anything. You might see the fucking fish eating someone, and that's about it.
The drunk guy that fell overboard.
Yeah. Did I tell you that story? Let's bring this up because you mentioned
this is why I mentioned it. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I read this on Reddit. There was some guy who was like, he was one of the security guys on the cruise ship, and it was late night. It was his turn to keep watch, and it was a slow night. It looked like the sea wasn't crazy and shit. So he figured, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna jump off this boat and I'm gonna swim alongside this boat. It'll be a cool experience. So he jumps off the boat. And he realizes right away that this boat is going way faster than I thought. What a fucking idiot. And for 2 hours, the boat goes without him until the next guy's shift starts. And he's like, yo, where'd that guy go? And they turned around and somehow found him, like literally almost dead in the water. Like, are you fucking stupid?
That's when your Snapchat goes wrong. When you're trying to
if your security guard has that low IQ, like, I'm sorry, there was definitely multiple robberies in that cruise ship.
Leave her in the cruise ship.
Yeah, honestly.
Question.
And the one part that really trips me out is, why do people go on cruise ships to swim in pools? It's so weird. It makes no sense.
I don't get it.
It's so weird. It's such a white person thing, man.
It is 100% a white person.
Other than that, a foreign person who's like, I can't wait for that cruise ship. They don't trust water. You know,
spend the money and go travel somewhere, but don't want to cruise.
Honestly.
Question number 2. I believe this is the one about exotic meat, but let's play this.
All right.
Would you eat any meat if it was served to you and you were guaranteed that it tasted good?
Okay. So, like, question. I always think, would you eat any meat? Any meat, like,
elaborate. Do they tell you what meat, or this is good tasting meat?
And
it's guaranteed to be good tasting.
Yeah, it's guaranteed to be, like, it'll taste not amazing, but it's not bad.
No, I'm one of those guys though. Like,
you wouldn't eat it
no.
if it was sourced fine. If it wasn't tortured,
I know people that, like, you know, I would say the majority of people eat shit like tongue and liver. And shit. Yeah. I can't even do that, and I know it tastes good.
Fair, okay.
It's just I'm fucked up with it. Like,
I feel you.
The second it's in my mouth and I find out what it is, wait a minute, yeah.
Now,
you would though?
Okay, here's the thing.
Like, if someone was like, "This is raccoon," but
I would 100%
taste amazing.
Yeah, I would eat it.
True.
Here's the thing, folks. If it was killed in a humane way, if it died of natural,
none of those issues.
If it wasn't
involved.
cruel, if it wasn't tortured,
you
if
just
it was
think
like
meat is meat, might as well try it.
If it was cooked in front of me, I'll be like, you know what?
I understand.
I'll taste it. I'll taste ostrich. I taste a lion.
I completely understand.
Taste the thing.
Yeah.
Why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. It's not like I'm gonna like go and kill a raccoon and eat it.
No.
I'm just saying,
I get it.
I will try any meat, whatever you eat. First of all, if you eat
because meat is cooked and it's just meat.
Exactly.
We're already eating technically animals that are just like any other animal. There's no exceptions to chickens and cows and lamb.
It's soft pussy Western mentality where you can like talk shit and say like factory farming is bad. Look at the poor condition these pigs are in. They're in their own filth. They're terrified. Like, this is not the way to treat things. But then everyone's wrapping everything in bacon, and that bacon is made from pigs that are in these factory farms. So if you're gonna eat the shitty bacon, why not have the ostrich? You know, I feel you.
And honestly, you're right, because like meat is meat, and like the second you and I'm saying this from a perspective of a guy that wouldn't probably eat like secret meat, but the second,
that sounds weird. Secret meat.
We forgot to mention it's human. Whoa. But like, you can't really convince yourself that, you know, certain animals are more edible than other animals.
No,
they're all living creatures, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
And we're eating them without fucking any guilt.
No, exactly.
So why isn't that
we've
way
been
the whole
brought
time?
up eating this
I'm brainwashed.
meat.
I'll admit it. Yeah, I'm completely brainwashed.
Even when we see where like how it's sourced and stuff, we still eat it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I ate there were 6 different animals in me on Saturday. I ate 6 different. So I went to a French restaurant. I ate frog. I ate snail. I had tuna tartare. I did. True, it was incredible. All the food was delicious.
I've heard it's good.
Tuna tartare, phenomenal. Beef tartare, phenomenal. Yeah. Ceviche, phenomenal. I had bacon that morning too, right?
Oh shit!
6
you had a farm in your stomach.
I did. And whatever. Yeah. It all tasted delicious.
It's all food.
I'm gonna eat it. But then again, I know if you don't eat meat, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like it's rotting animal meat.
Yeah. At its core, you know, if you want to go full like caveman mentality, it's just energy you're putting into your body. You know what I mean? And
sustenance.
I
agree.
And I've always found it a little fucked up when like you see these farmers who know like every cow by name and are friendly. I'm like, yo, you kill these fucking cows.
This guy's all dying, bro.
Like, why would you ever want a connection with the shit that you're gonna slaughter?
No, never.
I would give them like the fucking cut eye every time I see them. Want them to hate me so I don't feel as bad when I off them, you know?
I'd free them 100%.
Yeah, I'm that pussy. Yeah. I always tell people, I'm like, if it came down to like you have to kill your meat to eat it,
100%.
I would be a vegetarian. Are you fucking kidding me?
No doubt.
I'd be like, you know what? Potatoes are fine with me. I'm alright. Potatoes and corn, that's my shit.
Do you have any random hypothetical questions, Zane?
I was trying to think of one today, honestly. I wanted to, and you kind of touched on it earlier, like the fact that we both do stand-up. So I want to talk about something comedy-related. 2 questions. So first, if you had to honestly pick top 3 stand-up comedians that that you like, and then my second question is, what's your like all-time favorite comedy bit? And it doesn't have to be the funniest comedy bit, but just something about it that like you're attached to and you enjoy it.
Top 3 dead or alive or both?
Alive.
Let's
go alive.
Bill Burr is up there.
Yeah.
I gotta go with Russell Peters just because of how revolutionary.
And you're an accent guy, like that guy fucking brought it back. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with probably Dave Chappelle.
Okay, nice. Yeah. My top 3: Dave Chappelle's number 1, Louis C.K.'s number 2.
I forgot Louis C.K.
And I have to put Bill Burr as well, man.
Of course,
that guy.
Yeah.
I spent way too many like hours just fucking YouTube video after YouTube video of him just talking. Not even funny bits, nothing.
Just talking.
Just about anything. I'll listen to him. His
so
podcast
funny.
is even entertaining.
He's so polarizing too, because like I can totally see why women don't like Bill Burr.
100%.
My buddy from work was like, I tried to watch Bill Burr with my wife. I'm like, let me guess, 5 minutes in, she couldn't handle it. He's like, exactly. I'm like, let me guess, we watched Ali Wong Golden Cobra. And he's like, you're right. I was like, I swear to God, I knew it. Yeah. That's the thing, right? Like, there's certain comedians that appeal to men and there's certain comedians that appeal to women. Like Amy Schumer. I'm old-fashioned. I don't like hearing women say dirty jokes. That's just
point,
me.
like, it's not a secret to anybody that a woman has a vagina. So
exactly.
Get over it, you know?
I just like... A woman doesn't like when a guy says dirty jokes and stuff. A guy doesn't like when a woman says dirty jokes. If it's like really graphic and like slightly,
like guys
I don't want to hear it.
No, I'm
and
girls are not down.
Exactly. No. I'm not having that. Favorite stand-up bit? Are you talking about stand-up special or like joke?
No, like joke. And that's the thing. Not even favorite, but one that like sticks out for no reason. You know what I mean? Like something you just find hilarious.
Just because when I saw this about 4 years ago, my stomach was in knots. I couldn't stop laughing. My stomach was in so much pain. It was the Bill Burr bit about no about the plastic surgery. Plastic surgery and how like stop trying to look fuckable in your 50s.
Oh yeah,
what's the matter with saying that is so real, so well done. He doesn't mince his words.
That's what he does really well, I find. And like I'm gonna like give what I kind of feel about, you know, Bill Burr's whole act, and not even act because he's just being himself for the most part. But one thing he does well is like his whole thing is he's smart enough to know that what he's saying isn't correct. He's just playing devil's advocate. You know what I mean?
He's not afraid to
and
do
there's
that.
a point around what he's saying,
but
he's not necessarily saying that that's my opinion. He's saying
it's the other side
this
of the
is
coin.
just an opinion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the other
and
side.
People by instinct are like, whoa, Bill Burr feels this way, but he doesn't. He's just saying, think about it. You know what I mean? Like,
people don't consider it.
Exactly, yeah. And I think he's fucking hilarious, man. Any word that comes out of his mouth, I'm crying. And there's some things I don't agree with, but I still can see the comedy in it. Because I'm like, oh, man, he's really railing that thing I love, but he's doing it well. It's like, how are you going to... I got to respect
Steve
it.
Jobs and the Nerds. Another example.
I hated Steve Jobs, so I love that joke. And I think he's so fucking overrated. And when Bill Burr said it, I was clapping in my seat with my monitor. I'm like, that's fucking gold, buddy. Someone had to say it.
I fucking agree totally. Like, all he did was just he had a vision, and then other people made it.
And he was like, "Hey, you put the music in the little iPod," like Bill Burr said, and they did it. And he walked up to stage like, "I invented this," and people bow to him as if he's this genius. But my favorite stand-up bit for no reason, it's the Dave Chappelle one. That for some reason it stuck with me. Like from the second I heard it, it's always just been there in my head. And like it's the one where about how AIDS came from monkeys. And the beginning is like, we spent billions of dollars on AIDS research and scientists came up with monkeys. It's like, word? And he's like, really? Like, no one fucks monkeys and humans. It's like, you either fuck monkeys or you fuck humans. There's no one out there.
Why can't I remember that bit?
He's like, there's no one out there fucking a monkey on Tuesday and like, I'm going to call Charlene on Thursday. You know what I mean? It's one or the other. And then he talks about how like, if you had a monkey you would fuck, like why would you ever go to humans again? And he's talking about like his friends are like, yo, you trying to come out? And he's like, nah, I'm good. Like, I just taught my monkey to suck my dick without peeling it. And it's so good. Like, there's just something about it. It just kills me, man.
It's good.
It's so, and it's like trying to trick a monkey because he's like, you can't really like rape a monkey. They're so strong. They'll fuck you up. Yeah. You actually have to like have consensual sex with a monkey. Like it's just so unreasonable
really
that AIDS came from monkeys. You know what I mean?
Wait, did AIDS actually come from monkeys?
That's what the research comes by. We come to the conclusion.
I thought AIDS was made by the government to control population.
And the government's just a bunch of monkeys, so it's more or less right. You know what I mean?
And that's where we ended up. We should end that beautiful, juicy, factual tidbit.
You guys, let that just resonate with you for a while.
But seriously, folks, thanks so much.
Hashtag stay woke.
Honestly, I enjoy the fact that the stay woke hashtag is a thing because it's a good thing.
There's a good thing to it, and then also like people don't take themselves seriously, so there's that part of it which is good. Like, there's really like I hate those people that are like rip on people for being woke. Like you'd rather be asleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, 100%.
That's the opposite.
Yeah.
No?
Live in
like,
your fucking ass.
Exactly.
Kill yourself.
Sure. Some people are overanalyzing shit and tripping out and getting crazy conspiracies. But it's definitely better than fucking, oh, well, this told me to do this, so I'm just going to do it. So it's a good movement. I'm all about
I agree.
Stay
woke, folks.
Having said that, let's fucking go to sleep because I'm tired. It's been a long day.
We got work tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for subscribing. We'll catch you later.
Later, yo.
Later, yo.